Okay, it's a couple of things. Um, so I want to make a point. If if the pastor's wife, if I came up like this as the pastor's wife, would you guys think that this was appropriate?
Yeah, well, to a
Yeah.
certain degree, it's not bad. It's not bad. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
bad.
It's yeah.
So okay, this would typically not be pastor's wife attire. I'm gonna be honest with you. My so I can only speak from my family background, right? So
Mm.
my my grandfather was a reverend. My grandmother was a first lady. I grew up in a time where the church did do the whole usher with the hand behind their backs. I didn't know it was to protect their butts from being like looked at. Like I don't. I mean, if anything, a hand is going to bring more attention to it. But I don't know. I feel like if she hadn't had a dress on that was intentionally flesh colored or like implied nakedness, I don't think it would have been as bad. Like if it was all black, I think it would have been fine. But by it being flesh tone, like the first thing that I thought when I saw that dress was like Beyonce or Sierra. And that's no dig to the woman. She's beautiful. Like she has a great shape and all of that. But I feel like if we're going to hold people like Michelle Obama to a higher standard where she, the media chewed her up for having her shoulders out, like that was a faux pas, then how can the pastor's wife, who was also a pastor herself, walk around in a dress that implies nakedness? I just feel like
Mm.
there's a time and a place for everything. And like you said, it's different by her being held to a higher standard. That's just my point. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Even what you wearing right now is more closer to what a pastor wife would probably wear. Even though it's a little bit you know what I'm saying, you got the you know what I mean?
She's showing her
Yeah, but
cleavage.
that's
The
But
pastor
for the
wife
most
wasn't even
part it's
showing cleavage.
but look at this, but what she was wearing was insinuating that you could see through her shit. It's like
right.
she's purposely dressing sexy. She's
That
attracting
was a
sexual attention.
design. She's not telling you, come look at me because I'm naked. The fuck,
I
like
mean, I'm
that
not
was,
blind. I'm not blind. You out
yeah,
in public.
not. Go ahead. Tell me how you really feel.
Look at this.
You
Wait, but
want to
look
see
at
her
this.
naked? That's what it is.
All I'm saying, if she was wearing something revealing in her crib, and I'm seeing it, then that is my bad. I'm peeping it. I'm a peeping Tom. I'm looking in the people crib. She's out here in the general public space where we all share. So I'm not
So
gonna. I'm gonna see that shit.
y'all show me your true nature. She looked naked. You see what she wearing? Look,
So the problem was a lot of people compared it to lingerie.
Mm.
And I feel like if you have to compare what the pastor's wearing to lingerie, something is not quite working. It's getting lost in translation. I don't ever want to see my pastor's lingerie. I mean, I know it's not lingerie, but like if you could if you could make that comparison, like you said, she looked like a Victoria's Secret model, and I don't
yeah.
agree with that. She did. She looks. If she
She looked
were
damn
just a
good.
secular woman, I don't think anybody would have anything to say. It's
All
the
right.
position she represents that makes it not quite appropriate.
And that's what I kind of meant by like, I'm just not well versed in the Bible, so I'm not going to try to even attempt to quote anything. But that's what I was meaning by the picking and choosing, in terms of like, especially when he went on and he was kind of like going on and on about how other people were being judgmental and this, that, and the third. But like what they were representing was more of like, definitely more materialistic, more vanity, more, like, let me like it was like a display piece, like because he ended up like raising millions of dollars for the fundraiser that she wore the dress to.
Thank you, LA. Thank you.
So it was what a
Is she?
$50,000 investment
That's
that
top.
made millions.
That's like
So
she might as well
essentially,
be a
it's
sex worker. Might as because
that's
she's
exactly
I
selling.
mean, but
How is
like I
that a sex?
said,
That's
like
not a sex
he
worker.
has a sketchy past, you know what I'm saying? Where like I said, I just don't like to throw allegations and do all that stuff because I don't follow this stuff 100%, but I hear stuff. And it's just like, we cannot forget that these are not like people with pasts, people who have
I
certain,
mean,
like certain just wants and just, they
But
just
that's
want what they
part of
want.
it.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
just like what LA
She
said. I'm
wasn't trying to be a
piggybacking.
first lady or she wouldn't have never wore that to begin with.
Yeah. So I'm piggybacking what LA said. They always come into this function. It was probably a fundraiser, and people are gonna dress up and look extravagant because you want to talk to other women. They probably be like, where you got your dress from? Oh, you look so nice. The men will be like, oh, your wife is wearing a stunning piece. I don't think a lot of people are looking like, oh, she's naked. Like, where's
No,
your
she's
mind frame
naked,
at?
but
Like, why are you viewing her as she's
I don't
naked?
think
Like,
they're
you know what I
looking at
mean?
her. I don't think they're looking at her. She's naked. But what I would say, as a guy, I learned that there's something named, I think it's flesh color, like 2 days ago because of this situation. I did not know it was a thing. So me looking, I'm gonna see the pastor's wife naked. Like that's what I'm seeing, and I'm a dude. She might, you know what I'm saying? It might cause a chemical reaction. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I
Here
mean?
we go. Thank you for being honest. Okay.
But then this goes back to, the beginning of the public, offenders video that you stopped, because that was the question. Like, is that just an overall problem with men where it's just like, it's
I think
over
it's both
sexual?
of us.
Like, why does it have to go there? I understand. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying as well. The design, I wouldn't have picked that. You know what I'm saying? She was
The thing
covered
about it,
if it was a gala or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
I
private
think
type of event.
I got
But the
another
design,
question.
I
I
think
did
it's
not
both of
agree
our
with,
I think it's both of our
because all lines
responsibility.
read
I don't think I don't think the responsibility is just on women. I think it's both of our responsibilities, but we still can't ignore that we still animals, we still got hormones, we still got chemical. Like look at it. Wait a minute. As a man, let me just tell y'all this. And there's a little bit of all right, we're gonna get a little
What,
bit of
LA?
as a
You
man,
like what?
wait a minute. As a man, right? If I'm turned on by my woman, I can't tell my manhood to stop. Yo, chill. I can't do
Oh
that
my
shit. To
But you
God.
prevent
have
that
to
shit,
ask
I gotta
yourself,
not
what is
wait a
in
minute.
your mind that's making?
No,
Thank
as a
you,
man,
LA. Thank you.
Yes.
y'all
Thank you,
tripping.
LA.
Y'all
It's
don't
just like if somebody
understand.
sees a
Most
I
men,
woman
think that's
breastfeeding, you
just
shouldn't
y'all
be
don't
like,
biological.
oh,
I
you're
don't
y'all
think
like,
look, y'all
I don't
hey,
think most
it is
men
what it
think
is.
about that. It
listen.
happens.
Most men would
He said,
tell you
okay.
how we stop shit like that is preventing being in certain situations in the first place. Because if we in certain situation, is a high percent chance that it's going down. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. That's what we do
So
because
DJ, you telling me that men could be manipulated? That's what you just said there.
every humans could be manipulated. Men are humans. Humans could be manipulated. Men are not above manipulation. Men get manipulated all the time. We
There
get
we go.
manipulated into buying fast food. They put that little seasoning that
No, we're
activate
not talking about that. We're talking about somebody coming up and being alluring and sweeping you off your feet and manipulating you to do things because you find them sexy.
most men, yeah. The right person at the right time, the right situation is
So you
gonna
saying
happen.
yes. There we go. That's why Shira 7 exists. This is because of people that your
Man,
analogy. Thank you so
creative,
much.
you're looking for confirmation bias. You're not looking for what the reality is. I hear you. I hear you.
It's in there. It's in
You
there
know what
though.
I'm saying? I hear you. But that's why most guys gotta prevent ourselves from being in certain situations in the first place because we can't tell our shit, yo, stop. It don't work like that. That's not how it works. Like I don't know what to tell y'all. You know what I mean?
I don't know, because I've seen men get mad and they can't get up. They get mad at the woman for something. They're like, no, I'm not having sex with you. She could look like the sexiest thing on the planet, and he would be like, no, because he's mad.
But
Or
you know what though? If she had, you know what, let me not say that.
go
Never mind.
ahead. No, go
If
ahead.
she
Speak
put on
on
her
it.
knee pads, if she put her knee pads on, I bet you it would have go down. That's all
Oh
I'm
my
saying.
God.
Wait,
No,
what?
I disagree. I have to
Yeah,
disagree with this because if you don't want to have sex or
I
you're
gotta
not,
teach y'all about the
you don't
birds
want
and
to
the
do it, you
bees and
won't
shit.
do it.
No,
Like,
just
and
we
I've seen
understand
men
how
who
she
just,
became first lady, so y'all need to be quiet.
yeah.
Like, what?
I've seen men who couldn't even get it up because they were so, they couldn't even get it up because they didn't
And
want to
look
cheat
at
on their
this, and that's
girlfriend.
why they got
No, they didn't want
Viagra
to cheat on
and
their
Blue Chew.
girlfriend
Because look at this,
and
if
they
if
felt some
if
kind of way.
if if men
I
had as
call
much,
Cap. I call
if
Cap.
men had control of our manhood at that much, it wouldn't get Blue Chew and them shit. Because some men, you think they don't want to get it up to please their woman. Nah, it's just they can't control that shit. They gotta go and
What,
get some sort of, you know what I mean?
what about the men who don't want to cheat and
They
they
don't put
can't get it up
themselves in
because of that?
situations where they might end up cheating.
No, there's a lot of men who can't get it up because they don't want to cheat. They can't do it.
Stop the cap.
I never
Oh
heard of
wow,
that.
yeah. Listen, listen. We breaking down a bad person.
Alternative facts. These are
I'm gonna be
alternative
honest.
facts.
I feel like if he doesn't want to cheat, he's gonna avoid situations that's gonna lead him to temptation. That's it.
No, but there's also men who talk about how they couldn't get it up, and if you look at blogs, they said that like they just didn't feel the emotional connection. They wasn't up today. They didn't want to cheat, so that's why they couldn't get it up. There's a lot of reason why men don't
They
perform.
didn't feel like it
Well,
today.
I call cap on that, and I don't give a fuck. I call cap because you get
God
involved
bless your
in
heart.
all
God
over,
bless your
and
heart,
you telling
creator.
me
He
that
said he didn't feel like it today.
You know what I'm saying?